What's up guys, I'm Zach and welcome back to another video. Today we've got quite an exciting one. We are looking at the Off-White and Nike Air Force 1 High collaboration. Now this one sort of caught me by surprise to see that they're still sort of bringing out these Nike Off-White Air Force silhouettes. Personally, I think as everyone can agree on, we love the lows, highs, a bit skeptical. I was really interested to check out this one, especially because it has that graffiti design on the side, which was rumored, it is a rumor after all, to be actually done by Virgil Abloh. So of course I had to pick it up, sort of check it out, and hopefully, ideally like it. And whilst I did love the piece, unfortunately I've already sent it back because it just wasn't for me. I don't think I'd actually wear it on the daily. And as I've sort of mentioned throughout my last few videos, I am going for a little bit more of a simplistic Daniel Simmons look. That is my inspiration right now. But regardless, getting straight into the pair of sneakers. Now, of course, you have that big graphic on the side, which is in that graffiti font, which I honestly sort of go back and forth on whether I like it or not. It is quite bold, it is quite in your face, and for that reason, I'm not sure how much I would actually wear it, hence why I sent it back once again. Regardless, switching around though, I do love the sort of simplistic side on the other side, which just has that sort of off-white Beaverton Nike font in black, which is a great contrast against the white base. Now getting into the actual quality, the leather on this sneaker is quite high quality. I would definitely say that it is definitely elevated over a regular sort of Air Force 1 high. And I love the detailing of the sort of stitch Nike swoosh. Now something I definitely didn't like about the silhouette is the over looping laces. Now, whilst it looks very sick, you guys did not understand how long it took to get this bloody pair of sneakers on when you're undoing 2 sets of laces and then you have to redo 2 sets of laces and then, vice versa once you're getting the sneaker off. It's definitely such a long and sort of frustrating process to get on and off. But once on, it doesn't actually look too bad on feet. I actually thought it looks quite sick. For someone who wants to go for a little bit more of a louder silhouette in comparison to my sort of simplistic nature right now, I definitely think this one would be fantastic for your rotation. Also, if I do sound a little bit sick, it is because I am coming down with a flu or sort of recovering in a way. I'm not sure which one it is right now. I rather get sick or I sort of recover. It's sort of a back and forth right now. But regardless, getting into sizing, I did pick this up in a US size 12. Now, typically I do go half size down on my Air Force 1 lows. I hadn't really picked up an Air Force 1 high before, so I just went my true to size, which honestly I think was the best fit. It is a little bit bigger though. I'm not sure if I would like a bit more of a snugger fit, especially because it was quite hard getting the silhouette on in general. Now, getting into a few details that I did like about the sneaker, as I previously mentioned, I did like the Nike swoosh. I do love that sort of inner side with that Beaverton off-white Nike print in the black. I think it's a great contrast. And I really did enjoy the zip tie, which is in that sort of like clear or very, very, very light muted blue. I definitely wish they sort of kept this silhouette all white, or they would do an iteration of the Air Force 1 lows in that type of silhouette on the Air Force 1 high. Though they're definitely sort of experimenting and using a very sort of range of weird and somewhat wonderful changes to these models. Now, something I definitely did not like about this model, and it's one of the reasons I send this one back alongside the fact that it is quite loud, is those spikes on the bottom of the sneaker. Now, whilst I can sort of deal with the ones that are at the front, the side profile just looks honestly awful on this model, especially with that big chunk that comes out on the side. I just can't ignore it, and it was so unnecessary for them to add it, and I think that's sort of a reasoning that they like to put on, is that it's going to be so ugly that it looks good. Or I think Off-White just generally likes to do whatever they like, which I think has been very successful for them in the past, and I just don't think this really translates to this model. It's not really using that sort of rule that Virgil liked to say, where you would only change around like 3% of the sneaker. This sneaker is changed quite a bit, and for me it's just way too much, way too whimsical, way too wacky for me to enjoy. So yes, definitely not keeping this one. And I definitely think this model sort of translates into that box and sort of goes with that idea that these are gonna be sort of bricks, considering the box is, well, you guessed it, made out of like a brick pattern, which is very funny. And I'm glad that Off-White is very sort of like self-aware with some of the designs they put out there. They're not going to be very well received by the masses, but maybe a select few, hence why they are a brick and they sort of sit on shelves. Now, I definitely love the inside of the box, especially opening it up, you do have that Off-White print. Now, regardless of me not liking the model, I definitely do love that Off-White sort of just go all out on their collaborations, and that goes from the sneaker right down to the box, to the wrapping paper, to the experience of opening up the silhouette. I think it was just a great experience all around. Regardless, I just can't get over how, unfortunately, ugly the sneaker is for me, at least, especially because of those spikes on the side. I I can't do it, guys. Regardless, this was just a short video to check out the new Off-White Nike collaboration. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Comment your thoughts on this model. I'm very interested to sort of hear whether you guys liked it or not. There hasn't been much chatter on this model once it released. It honestly just sort of popped up on Off-White's website, which does have a full size run. So it's definitely adhering to its box in terms of being a brick. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. What are your thoughts? Would you ever pick up this model? What do you think they could have changed to make this model better? And regardless, if you want to see more content from me, Zach, in the future, feel free to subscribe down below. And we do have more content on the way, so make sure to stay tuned for that. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya. What's up, guys? I'm Zach, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be checking out the newest...